Hey, what's going on, everyone? My name is Matt Jarbo. This is Three Buck Theater. And the other day I put out a video about the Joker trailer saying that it didn't really wow me. Didn't really blow my skirt up. And even though I still had every intention, and I still have every intention to see the movie, just that the trailer didn't really do it for me. And I'm not the only one. A lot of people out there in the comments agreed, saying that, oh yeah, they're not the only one who didn't care for it and they didn't really like what it was trying to say. And I felt okay, cool. I felt not alone, despite all the people telling me that I was wrong. I felt not alone. So then last night, I'm watching a Midnight's Edge video, and the ad for Joker came on, and I thought, okay, you know what? I'll just watch it. I'll let it run. I'll give the ad money to my friends and let them get some cash. And I'm just listening to it. I'm just listening to the trailer, and then it all of a sudden pops. It just pops in my head. And I realized I was completely, utterly wrong about the trailer. The trailer is fantastic. The trailer is magnificent. The trailer is really in depth if you stop and think about the movie and what you know about the movie. Now, this also was in fact aided a little bit by just kind of doing some general research on the film after I watched the trailer, getting a little bit of the behind the scenes stuff and understanding maybe a little bit more about the character and the motivations. Once I understood that, I got what they were trying to say. I got what they were attempting to do, and I'm able to piece together a bit of the story a bit more in my head to where I'm like, oh, right. And then my mind started going. My mind started going like, oh shit. Yeah, no, this is a good movie. Like this is a good trailer. This is going to be a good movie if the trailer is any indication. Now, I'm usually one to call out Warner Brothers marketing for being a little bit on the crappy side, because it is. It is when it has its problems. Warner Brothers marketing has its problems. But that being said, this was a well put together trailer. This is a kind of trailer that, while it might not get butts in seats, because it might not get butts in seats initially. Those of us who are excited to see it are going to talk about it, are going to rave about it. And that excitement is going to then put other people on the path to seeing the film. A good trailer can have as strong word of mouth marketing as anything else. Because if it conveys the emotion that the movie is trying to put out there, and it does it in a way that is succinct and understandable, and the people who are geeking out over it can talk about the things they like about it, like there's a lot of hidden things in the background, or just the way the trailer is composed gives you a solid idea of maybe where the story is going to go, you start to get excited. And the more I looked at the trailer, because I watched it about 3 or 4 more times, started looking at different things, I felt confident, for one, in doing a breakdown video, which is coming right after this, by the way, so you can watch both, where I will go through the whole trailer and give you guys my thoughts and opinions on it. I'm now more excited to see this movie than ever before. And I don't know why it didn't click for me right away. Well, actually, I had to talk today with my buddy Lewis from Nuke the Fridge, and he asked me point blank, he goes, did you have a strong connection to Heath Ledger's Joker? And I thought about it for a second, and I said, yeah, I did, actually. I really did. I remember where I was when I got the phone call from a friend of mine that Heath Ledger had passed away. I remember thinking to myself how tragic it was, how terrible it was that he died. He had a small child. He's getting ready to come out with this new movie, this career-defining role that we didn't know at the time how career-defining it was going to be, or what it was going to mean for comic book and superhero movies at a time. Keep in mind, this was early January 2008. Iron Man, the Hulk, Hellboy 2, The Golden Army. Batman had not come out yet. Trailers for some of these had come out. There was excitement coming on the horizon. This is coming off of the year of Spider-Man 3 and Rise of the Silver Surfer for the second Fantastic Four movie. So we had some bad superhero movies, and we're coming into probably one of the most epic year of superhero films ever. And having this actor die before this role comes out and kind of redefines a genre. Because no matter how much you want to look at Iron Man as defining superhero movies as we know them in regards to, let's say, just kicking off the MCU and everything else, The Dark Knight is the quintessential superhero movie. It is 100% the movie to see. It is. It's the best Batman movie ever made. It's one of the best comic book movies ever made. And in essence, it's one of the best made movies of all time. Now you can sit there and call it favorite or not favorite, but just from what Nolan did with that movie back in the day, shooting what, like 14 minutes of it in IMAX, which was relatively unheard of at the time, but seeing it in a true 70 millimeter IMAX was a breathtaking experience, one that I actually went out of my way to do in August of 2008. Simply like when gas prices in Southern California were like $4.50 a gallon, and I was working minimum wage. You know what I mean? Like you make the trip where it's important, because ultimately, The Dark Knight was that kind of important movie. The Dark Knight was that kind of important event, and it still is 11 years later. So, yeah, Heath Ledger, his death absolutely, positively just destroyed me as a fan. And it impacted me probably far greater than I realized. Subconsciously speaking, at least. It's kind of like Paul Walker's death for Fast and the Furious. When he passed away in 2013, man, it bummed me out for weeks. Because you don't realize the connection that we have to these people. We don't realize the connection that we have to these actors. And so when Heath Ledger died, and his last good performance, I didn't think the Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus was any good. But his last really good performance that netted him an Oscar, rightfully so, it stuck with me. It stuck with me for years. I've watched The Dark Knight, I can't tell you how many times. And so, you know, as much as I enjoyed Jared Leto's take on the Joker, I knew it was like the antithesis to Heath Ledger's. It was so over the top in all the other ways than Heath Ledger that you could easily differentiate the two. But Joaquin Phoenix, I think, was portraying that role. Not mimicking Heath Ledger's performance, but there's a certain je ne sais quoi that's between the two of them. And I think there's enough similarity there that it just kind of triggered that response, that defense response. That's like, no, that's not the same. It's not what I want. But then again, look, Heath Ledger's been dead for 11 years. You know, there's no sequel. There's no nothing. So it's a really weird kind of like fanboyish thing to say. And I'll be honest with you guys about my feelings on this one. So that's kind of the way I view it. So it took me to maybe get over that by about a week, to catch it again, and then just have it pop into place and go, oh, I get it. I wish I would have done that on my first try, but I'm a little bit slow on the uptake on that one. I'll tell you that. So yeah, that's how I was wrong about the Joker. But let me know your thoughts. Let me know your opinions on this one down in the comments below. My name is Matt Jarbo. This has been 3 Buck Theater. Please thumbs up the video, subscribe if you're new. I'll talk to you guys later. Have yourself a great day.